Anybody on the stream watching, before I get going, just make sure everything's okay, audio's okay. You can see the desktop because I don't want to waste my time nor anybody else's time. Just pop in and say everything's good. I'm doing this on the laptop. And it looks like I don't have any concurrent viewers. So, okay, we're just going to go for it. Here we go. Merry freaking Christmas is all I can say. So this is VST host. I'm going to show you how to download it. It comes pre-configured with my own configuration. Yes, you're going to have to tweak it. And I'm going to show you where to put it along with the VST plugins package. So let's get going. Follow this step by step. Oh, my audio is really hot. Let me just correct the audio quick to increase the limiter. I'm on a piece of crap Logitech headset here. So let me go to -5 dB. Let's try that and make sure it doesn't clip. Test, 1, 2. Okay, she's not clipping. All right. Here we go. So I'm going to minimize this, and I'm not going to check the chat. We'll check the chat off and on. VA3JPX. Everything sound okay? Everything look okay? You should be looking at the desktop with YouTube Studio running. Make sure the audio is okay. Let me know, VA3JPX, before I go any further. If you could, please. And then we're going to go in guns blazing. Okay, beautiful. We're off and running. Okay, beautiful. Okay, you guys, here we go. I'm going to leave a little break because I'm going to edit out the first part of this video once it renders and make it very, very snappy. Hey, Greg, I'll just check into the chat really quick. Good to see you. VA3JPX. You guys are going to be really excited. That anybody interested in setting up their TX audio easy with virtual, wait till you guys see this. Dan, I've tried it 2 times on a separate computer and it works. So all I can say is, if it doesn't work for you, it's because you put it in the wrong spot. So you guys have to pay attention to this, and I want you to focus. I don't, when you go to do this, don't have a lot of distractions. It's very, very simple, but all you have to do is make one mistake and it ain't gonna work. Here we go. Let me minimize this. So the very first thing you want to do is go to the video that's going to render. It's the live stream here, and it's going to look the same once it renders. All right, so what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to go to said video. This is what you're going to see. All right, so let's go here. Let's go to my YouTube channel, and let's go to live. And we are live. I'm going to click on this and make sure the audio is muted. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm going to pause this because who cares? Okay. Oh my gosh. So you will see in the description, if I can get the stupid mouse to move, right here under the title of the video, go to the description. It says VST host download link. I need you to download both of these links. Okay, so go ahead and click on this. I'll show you what happens. The first one. Okay, this is the download off of my Google Drive. This is the VST TX. Now this is the host software. It does not install on the computer. I'll just tell you that. Do not look for an exe install. It doesn't install. I'll show you exactly how to do this. Once this pops up, go up here to the download arrow right here. Click this. Come on now. Come on. There we go. Okay. So there it is. It just downloaded to my downloads folder. Now X out of this. Okay. Now go to the VST plugins download link right here in the description. Click this. This will take you to that download. Now you can either click the download arrow up here or click right here. Just click the download arrow. Can't scan the file for viruses, don't worry about it. Just download anyways. And it's going to take a minute. This is a big folder. This has a ton of plugins in it. You do not have to look for the plugins. They just come in with this file and you're off and running. All right, we'll wait for the download to complete. Come on, come on, come on. I'm on a gigabit LAN and this is, yeah, it's taking a little bit. Okay, there it is, plugin zip. We're done. Okay, so let's get out of there. Let's get out of here and we can get out of here. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to navigate to your downloads folder, click on your Explorer, and there it is, VST TX and VST plugins. I want you to do the VST plugins first. Now follow this to a T. This is critical because the VST TX host will not find the plugins if you screw this up. So what I need you to do is right click on it regardless of what you're running, and you want to extract the files. Click extract files and you need to click on C drive. So if you don't see this window, navigate to your C drive, just click on the C drive. It should say C:/ That's it. This is where you're going to place that folder once it extracts and unzips. So go ahead and click OK. Yes, if it asks for it. And there she goes. Now we're going to check. Click on C drive. There it is. VST plugins in your C drive. Go back to your downloads folder. Right click on VST TX. This is the VST host. All pre-configured. Right click on it. Extract files. Now this you want to place, well, you can place it, if I were you, place it on your desktop. So click desktop because that's where I had mine. All right, place it on your desktop, click OK. Bang, there it is right there. Now wait till you guys see this. You're basically done. Open this folder. What you're going to see is this list in here. What you need, see this? This is the VST host. It says application. Now you can launch VST host from here, what I usually do. Oh, it's not letting me do it. Scroll down and create shortcut. So on the VST host application, scroll down, create shortcut. And I believe you can drag this down to your taskbar. And there you go. Now let's see if it opens. It should. Now when you see this, you're going to wet yourself. Click it. Oh my God. Okay, something happened. It didn't load the ambience. The X out of here. Let's go back to the directory. Click on the VST host. Didn't load the ambience plugin. I will fix that. So that is the, okay, so let me go back in here. Let's go to C drive. Let's go to VST plugins. It worked before. Ambience, there's the ambience DLL, so it's in there. For some reason, it didn't see it. Hold on a second, I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to blow this directory out. Rid of you. I'm going to get rid of all these. Unpin. Unpin. Try and do it fresh. Let's go to downloads. Figures. Okay, VSTTX, that's the one I want. Extract files. Put it on the desktop. Okay. Oh. Could have something with a C++. Problem with the C++. So I'm going to open the directory. There it is. Click on VST host application. Nope, it's not finding it. So let's set the path. If this happens, let me show you how to make this work. So remember, we put the VST plugins in the C drive. So you need to set the path. If you see this, select plugin, it's not connected in the path. Okay, it's not seeing it because the path isn't quite right. So click on path, C drive, VST plugins, and if you scroll down, you'll see it, Ambience DLL. Click that, and there it is. There it is, problem solved. All right, now the next thing I want to show you guys, let me check the chat quick, make sure everything is okay. I know, right? I did it twice before and it worked absolutely perfect, so whatever. Okay, Dan, Ron. There's Ron. The Curse of Entity demo. Boy, you ain't kidding there. Okay, now the next thing you want to do, just to check, it should be already set up for you. Go to Performance. Make sure all these checkboxes are checked. Okay, so it reloads. You have to, this is the first thing you do. The next thing you do, all you need to do is go to Devices, click on Wave, and you need to tell it where you want to grab the audio from. So I'm on the headset. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the output. And now if you're not running ASIO, you're not running a card, this is just the way I have to do it right now. I don't have an ASIO card installed. All right, so this is just a laptop, so I have a USB headset plugged in. So I'll put the speakers on Logitech USB headset, and I'll put the mic on microphone, Logitech USB headset. You may have to play with the buffer if you get any stuttering. I have 1056 samples in the buffer. I'm just going to leave it there. Click OK. Test. Oh, holy mother. There it is. She's a working, but I got a loop. So let me... Okay, there we go. I killed the loop. That is it, guys. That's all you need to do. So the catch here is once it loads up, the performance, I'm going to test it again, and I'm going to recheck these links. And I may have to re-upload it. But that's it. That's all you have to do. You're off and running. Now, keep in mind, this is a profile set up for a Shure WH20 headset, and this is the profile from yesterday that I developed. And I talked to Richie KF2 Golf, and he said, "Holy crap, that is insane! Way better than the rack." And that rack has a 204 in it. So yeah, if you want to blow crap up, I was talking to some guys last night. Norm, KC3GD, I think is his call. And the guy, Rich, down in West Virginia said, man, he said, I wish you could hear that through my Marantz speakers here in the shack. And it's just ridiculous what you can do with this thing. So just a quick step through, and then I'm out of here. this is a modern equalizer. This is the blended EQ. These two together are weapons on an amateur radio. That's what I was looking for. This right here is a Relife. This is like an optical big bottom from the 204. This is set up as a downward expander. Your gate is right here. This is a compressor limiter, and this is your ambience reverb. Okay. Now, I wanted to mention, if you go back up to devices when you set your inputs and outputs, so this is one way. Like I know Ron does it, WB2RON, and Richie's going to do this. So he's going to take a card, a sound card, and you have to bring your mic into the sound card, right? And you pick the input up of that sound card. So you set that to your input, and that'll pick up the microphone audio. Now the output, you set the same. So you have the input and the output of the card, right? Excuse me. So if you're using the card, said card, you can just set the input and output to the card, and if it's running an ASIO, set it to ASIO, and you'll be able to get the latency so snappy. I mean, you can real-time monitor it, not a problem. So what you do is you take a feed out of the card, and you line out of the back of the card, and you feed the radio. So that's one way to do it. I do all mine virtually, so I use Voice Meter Banana, Voice Meter Potato, anything like that. And I have videos on my channel on how to configure that with VST Host. So, and I can do another one if you guys need me to, if you hit the wall. If you're going to pass the audio virtually to the rig, like an Anon or an SDR, or even a conventional superhead with a USB cable connected to the computer, and if it has a built-in sound card, you can do this virtually. You don't have to have a hard line direct to the radio from the back of the card. So that's one way to do it. I wanted to mention that. That's how he's going to do it. I would recommend opto-isolators, anything like that, because you will have an analog line going from the back of the card, RFI, we all know about that. What I did notice is there's very, very little chance of RFI with this type of thing. Anyways, that's it. What am I at for time? Cool. I wanted it 15 minutes. I'm at 12:47. There you go. All right, guys. That's it. You will need to go in and you will need to modify these settings. You can reconfigure them for a 3K. You can reconfigure it for AM. If you're going to run 10, 12, 16K AM, 8K AM, this is all reconfigurable. Once you start tweaking it, oh, this is the other thing I wanted to mention. Once you start tweaking it, you move anything in here, before you close the program, go come up to Performance and do a Save As and choose a new slot. Make sure it's on a new slot and then rename it. Let's say you're working on 3.6 or 3K or 2.8K. Title it accordingly and then click OK. Because what'll happen is if you don't do that, when you reopen this, it won't revert back to what you started with. It'll remember what you finished with. So it'll screw your 4K up. Not a problem. Just go back to the download, delete it off your desktop, the whole folder. Delete this whole folder right here off your desktop. Just Shift Delete Enter does a full delete. It doesn't send it to the recycle bin. So just highlight it. Shift Delete Enter, bang, it disappears, and then go back to your downloads and re-unzip it, VST-TX to your desktop, and you can start fresh if you make that mistake. All right, guys, we'll see you later. Have a good day. I'm going to check into the chat, and then I'm gone. Let's get back to the chat. Okay. Good recovery, right, Dan? It is. It's so simple, Dan. It's crazy. Oh, I bet it would, VA3JPX. Like I said, you may have to tweak it. Now keep in mind, now that headset is 50 to 15K. I can't believe how good it sounds. I haven't tried it on one of the big guns yet, but I'm assuming it's going to sound a little bit different because I had to push the top end pretty good. But if you haven't heard it, put on a good set of cans and go into that video yesterday and scroll to the 50-minute mark. It may be a little bright, Dan, on 10K. You may have to dial it back a little bit. And the bottom is Goliath. It also depends on your voice. I'm a baritone, and the microphone, right? So you can tweak it. You're going to tweak it. I'm telling you. It's not going to be quite right. You may get lucky, but I highly doubt it. But it gives you a great starting point. It works so good. It is awesome. All right, you guys. We'll catch you all later. Have a great day. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. It's ridiculous, isn't it? 7-3.